Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you will learn something here so your time will not be wasted. If you find that my channel helps you even a little, please don't forget to subscribe. Again, if you have questions, clarifications that bothers you, or you want some topics to be discussed, please don't hesitate to comment or message this channel. Here we go again, my dear fellow applicants. These questions are just common, no? Common questions for all divisions in the Philippines. This might be asked or might not during the interview questions, but I just find out that these are the basic and again the most common, meaning pwede siyang or kadalasan ay lumalabas na tanong during the interview questions if you are a teacher applicant. Magkaiba po ang set ng interview questions at magkaiba rin ang set for non-teaching. Okay? This time, we're going to talk about uh, teaching-related questions. Kung kayo po ay applicant for Teacher 1 position ng K to 12 and even for kapag Teacher 1 kasi sa TRF pero almost the same naman yung question. Pero kapag Teacher 2 pataas, may possibility na these are the questions, you need to answer during your promotion. Okay, let's start. Yan. During the interview questions, for all teaching positions, again, magkaiba naman po ang teaching at teaching-related positions. Now, we are talking about teacher 1 to 3. Iba po ang head teacher, iba rin po ang master teacher. Ang master teacher, teaching-related. Ang head teacher ay could be teaching-related or administrative, this one, we're talking about teaching positions. Interview questions for teaching position. Basically, ang lahat ng interview questions ay dito lang naglalaro sa tatlong competencies, dito lang nakafocus. Unang-una, we have teaching ability, classroom management, and school fit competency. Dapat meron po tayong idea ano ba yung mga teaching ability, ano ba yung classroom management, at ano ba yung school fit competency. When we say teaching ability, these are teaching skills, no? Abilities of the teachers must be developed in order to be successful in the field of education. These abilities include dispositions, emotional intelligence, classroom management, communication, content knowledge, and knowledge of the curriculum and standards. When we say classroom management, this refers to actions that an instructor takes to create and maintain the learning environment. Ibig sabihin, during the lesson, paano mo i-handle yung classroom, doon maglalaro yung question. Paano mo i-handle yung mga bata na pasaway? Pagdating naman sa school fit, these competencies are combination of attitudes, skills, and knowledge that students develop and apply for successful learning, living, and working. Sa school fit naman, if we are talking about teachers, paano mo naman i-handle yung mga parents, Yan. Tungkol ito sa maliban sa parents and other stakeholders, for example, paano mo i-inform yung parent ng bata na bagsak? Ganyan yung mga tanungan pagdating sa school fit competency. How about yung stress sa school? Kaya mo ba? That is school fit, Pagdating naman sa yan. Later on, di-discuss natin isa-isa. Hopefully you already click the subscribe button. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the number one questions. And yan, meron na rin tayong answer dito. If you want to, all you need to do is to get the gist or the main idea of this answer so that you can explain it, during the interview question. Number one, the common question natin is, why do you want to be a teacher? Why do you want to become a teacher in the Department of Education? Teaching is a vocation, a calling that comes from a deep within. Everyone will have started out for different reasons. Why you stay in the most demanding of professions will be deeply personal. Be specific and share your unique differences, just like in our example. You could say, I choose to become a teacher because I believe that education is one of the most powerful tools, for positive change and because I want to be a positive influence, in the lives of others or in the lives of my students. So I believe that teaching is calling, yan, calling, ano. Pag narinig yan ng ating, ano, nako, mabibilib sila sa'yo. And I am eager to answer that call and make a difference in the world. Wow, pang Miss Universe ang tanungan, no? So number one pa lang yan. So dapat number one question pa lang, basic question, talagang very, ano na, ang sagot mo, proficient. Okay, number two. So, how did you deal with students with negative behavior? So, ito na yung sa classroom management. What intervention and adjustments that you make? So, behavior management is an essential part of every teaching toolkit. So, this disruptive students can torpedo an effective lesson in a heartbeat. So they may be exhibit challenging behavior for a variety of reasons. Ano? May mga kadahilanan. So how a teacher handles the disruption will vary on a case-to-case basis. Ano? So case-to-case. So iba-iba yung mga cases natin sa room. Hindi pa pwedeng sampal ka kaagad ng abot mo sa aking bata ka. No? So hindi pa pwedeng ganun. So you could say, yeah, so this one. So no matter how difficult someone is being, so you should never escalate the situation with verbal or physical violence katulad nung sa TikTok, ano, verbal na naka-live pa. So, I will use open communication and kindness towards my students when handling a challenging student behavior, ano? So, compromising shows the students that I care about their opinions and what they want. Yeah, so you need to be caring and you need to be kind and to listen to what they want. Ano, baka may problema sila kaya sila ay merong negative behavior, ano. So hindi naman every time ay negative ang behavior ng isang bata pagdating sa classroom, ano. So it depends again. So number three, so what qualities make you an effective teacher? No? Gaano ka daw ba ka-effective at ano yung mga qualities na meron ka? So most teachers will be able to answer these questions with ease. Ano? Napakadali. But it is the nuisance of your answer that will set you apart. So make sure that you put the kids at the heart of your response. Ano? Mararamdaman niya natin kung talagang meron kang pagpapahalaga, no, or pagmamahal dun sa inyong mga estudyante. So, their ongoing development as well as the educational outcomes. So, ano ba yung purpose mo sa kanila? Basta lang ba makapasa? So, pwede itong maging sagot mo. So, an effective teacher can help students learn and understand what they are learning in school. So, they can also ensure that their students are engaged in learning and motivated to do their best. So, pwede mo sabihin, so I engage my students in learning and I always motivate them, no, to do their best. No? So, you could be considered an effective teacher. So, they have a wealth of knowledge, no, and can share interestingly and engagingly. So dito pwede kang these are it's up to you how are you going to say this this one to your interviewer kapag ito yung tinanong sa'yo. Kung paano ka ba magiging effective teacher. Yan. So, okay, number four. So, I think this is part of the school fit, yung number three competency natin. So, how did you deal with the parents, guardians' reaction to the performance of their children? So, take note, most of the parents come from a place of wanting the best for their children. So, dapat mong isaalang-alang yan. So, many know their kids well, but it is the parents who are not so close to their kids that are the most different to handle. So, communication is the key to managing expectation and changing mindsets. So yan, again, take note, communication. So, paano mo sasabihin yan? So, I will inform the parents about their children's poor performance at school with empathy and understanding. So, I make myself available to parents at set times every week. So, pwedeng every Friday. So, they know I am present for them to listen to their concerns. So, I will schedule a meeting with the parents to discuss the concerns in a respectful and private manner. Ano? Hindi ka pa pwedeng chismosa kung ikaw ay teacher. So, during the meeting, I will provide specific examples of the child's struggles and offer constructive feedback. Of course, kapag alam mo kung anong struggles ng bata, make sure na meron ka ring alam na magiging solusyon kasi tatanungin ka ng parents. Sir, ma'am, ano po kaya ang pwede nating solusyon? So, dapat meron ka ding constructive feedback or solution. So, for number 5, so how does a teacher's personality affect their success? So, paano ba nakakaapekto yung personality mo as a teacher dun sa success ng iyong mga estudyante? Ano? So, hindi sa sarili mo success ito ha. So, sa success ng iyong mga estudyante. So, as you can see dito sa ating sample, so teachers need to have a flexibility. So, pwede mo sabihin, so I am flexible, no, with compassion and self-discipline. I also have drive and patience to reach my students, no? So, teachers also need to consider state and local testing objectives when devising lesson plans and make sure students understand the materials on which they'll be tested. So, of course, at before making a lesson plan, of course, nandun yung iyong included dun yung iyong personality, ano ba yung goals mo para dun sa student para ma-achieve yung kanilang future, ano? So, mas maganda kung gagawa ka ng lesson plan, make sure na included yung values, ano? So, teachers must be able to alter their styles so that every one of their students can learn effectively. So, pwede mo sabihin, so, I use different styles in teaching, ano? So, I alter my personality. I change my personality in order to uh, my students to learn, learn effectively. Ayan. So, kailangan mo pwede kang mag-change or pwede kang magbago, no? Pwede kang mag-adapt dun sa needs ng iyong mga estudyante. So, how does a teacher's personality affect their success? So, again, kung ano yung personality mo, makakaapekto yan sa success ng students mo. So, make sure you have a good personality. If you don't have a good personality, so better you change it from now on pa lang, ano, sa habang hindi ka pa nagtuturo. Ayan. So, number 6, how do you incorporate parents, guardians into students' education? So, I think this is competency number 3, no? Number 3 pa rin siya. So, how do you incorporate parents, guardians into students' education? So, paano mo daw i-encourage yung mga parents, ano? Na tulungan din yung kanilang anak, which is napakahirap na sa panahon ngayon. So, dahil napakahirap ng tanong, dapat napakaganda ng iyong sagot. Okay? So, ang sagot mo dito, a child's education depends on the support of his or his parents. So, I believe that engaging with parents and making sure that they have an active role in the child's success is a vital. So, I will give parents my contact information so they can get in touch and ask any questions so they have about their child is performing. So, I also provide updates about what my students have learned and accomplish, no? So, sa pamamagitan ng communication, no? Keep in touch with your parents. Normally ngayon, ang mga parents meron ng GC, no? So, pero wag mong i-announce dun sa GC yung performance ng anak nung isang parent, ano? Kasi nakakahiya yon. So, pwede better i-chat mo siya ng private. Pero kapag private announcement, doon sa GC mo yun i-announce. Okay, so make sure, so because of that, so that is how are you going, that is how you incorporate parents, guardians into students education, ano? So pwede mong i-inform si parents kung saan nahihirapan yung anak nila, no? Kung hindi ba kumakain or ayaw ba nung baon. So because of that, kapag na-inform mo yung parents, so yung parents na yung mga bagay na hindi natin kayang gawing teacher dun sa kanilang bahay, no? So that is the best answer. So for number 7, so what do you believe is the role of technology in the classroom? No? So ngayon kasi modern niya. So napaka-importante ng technology kasi part na yan ng COT. Dapat meron kang gumamit ng technology. So many teachers now incorporate technology in their lessons. So your answer should explain your thoughts on technology and how that translates to your teaching. So many teachers aim to use available technology without letting it take over the classroom. Pero of course, you are the master, ano? Pagdating dun sa classroom. So I think that technology is the class in the classroom can be a valuable tool in helping students learn. So that being said, technology can also be distracting. So setting expectations for appropriate using tech is critical. So students should be able to use technology for learning in addition to basic skills. So I give them assignments that require advanced use of technology to complete the work. For example, I may include formatting requirements with the writing assignments. So they're progressively learning to format throughout the year. So this allows the students to become more comfortable with different platforms and sets them for a success in the future, for their future. Pero pwede mo na naman sabihin na I always use uh, technology like laptop, during my in order to make my presentation outstanding, and easy to understand, for my students. So, yun. So, basically, using a PowerPoint presentation, video presentation, so that is part of technology as well as dun sa mga Kahoot, sa mga gamings to have I always use technology to have a participative discussion. Yan. So, it depends naman yan kung ano yung klase mo. Baka naman tinuturuan mo ay kinder, bawal yung technology, maliban na lang sa laptop or presentation. Pero kapag college or high school or senior, junior, so pwede yung mga Kahoot na application sa cellphone, para magkaroon ng interactive discussion. Yan. So, number 8, isa sa mabigat na question, na dapat ay masagot mo. So, what makes you a good fit for this school, Bakit kung karapat-dapat ka daw ba na maging teacher dun sa school? So, pwede mo sabihin dito, no? So, because this question reveals whether you research the school and district, kung may alam ka ba dun sa school. So, ilan ba ang bilang ng school? Ilan ba yung teacher? Ilan ba yung needs? So, conducting thorough research about the student body, how the community views the school, test scores and other aspect of the school. This dig shows you're serious about the position. So, pwede ka mag-research, magtanong-tanong dun sa labas. Kumusta kaya yung school na yun? Okay ba? O, pwede mong gamitin sa sagot mo yun. So, based on my uh, observation, based on my interviews, so itong school po na to ay napakaganda. Yan. So, as you can see in our example, so I am inspired by the school's reputation. No, napakaganda na reputation ng school for educational excellence lalo kapag nananalo yung school, Pero wag mo naman sabihin na palaging nananalo, what if hindi naman pala totoo, So I am inspired by the school's reputation for educational excellence and for encouraging creativity and critical thinking skills in many ways. So I should be hired for this role as a teacher because of my relevant skills, experience, and passion for teaching. So my positive attitude, work ethics, and long-term goals align with the job requirements, making me a committed, a valuable asset or teacher to your or to this institution. So may konting yabang dapat. So for number 9, so what among your interests and skills that could contribute to a positive school environment? Ito, I think this is competency number 3, yung school fit natin na tinatawag. Kung fit ka ba dun sa school? So, ang sample natin dito, so some of my best interests and skills, so kasi yun ang question, as a good teacher is my communication skills. So, of course, communication makakatulong yan para magkaroon ng positive school environment. So, listening skills, collaboration, adaptability, empathy, and patience. So, during the class, I ensure that I am physically and mentally present. Hindi pwedeng physically lang, value in real-world learning, exchange of best practices, and a lifelong love of learning. So besides my responsibility is to educate students. So I play an important role in character development of my students or shaping of my students' reputation, honor, and dignity. Alright, so happy Independence Day ang sagot. Yan. And last to my top 10, these questions, these questions are uh, napili ko lang out of different questions sa magkakaibang division sa Google at sa iba pang platform, sa iba kong mga na-interview. So number 10, describe to us a successful teaching strategy that you have tried in the past. How was the result? So ano ba yung ginawa mong teaching strategy? So napakarami yan, So as a teacher, I choose the teaching strategy most suitable for the topic being discussed or being studied. So the level of expertise of the learners. So doon mo siya ibibase and the stage in learning journey in one single lesson. So I use different teaching strategies to work towards different learning goals. So some of my teaching strategies include differentiated instruction. So magkakaibang klase ng instruction, lecture-based instruction, technology-based, no? Using of technology, group learning, group learning, individual learning, and inquiry-based learning, and kinesthetic body movement. So learning game-based learning and expeditionary learning. So lastly, I always incorporate the use of ICT in teaching to keep my students engaged and participate during the lesson. Ayan. So that is part of teaching strategy. So kung meron ka pang naisip, so at least i-revise mo na lang yung iyong question kung saan ka mas mapapadali. At least meron ka ng idea for free. Yan, free po ito. Ano? Again po, wag niyo po akong sisihin kapag hindi lumabas yung mga question na 'to sa interview. So, may possibility na lalabas 'to kasi dun lang naman naka-focus sa 3 competency. Pero it depends po sa inyong division kung sila po ay, normally ang mga division ay gumagawa po sila ng sarili nilang question. Still nakaangkla pa rin dun sa tatlong competency. So, pupuwede po nilang i-revise yung question based po dun sa kanilang need. Ano? So, yung puwedeng sa elementary, puwedeng sa junior, or puwedeng sa senior high school. So, again po, meron po tayong mga files na ino-offer for teaching and non-teaching, katulad ng mga PDS, ano? So, downloadable naman po siya sa Google, pero dito sa atin, meron po tayong mga learning and development examples, letter application, LOI, letter of intent. Yan, magkakaiba po. So, all you need to do is scan the QR code or fill up the link below this video to download the sample files for teaching and non-teaching. So kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, i-message nyo lang po ang ating channel. Kung kayo po ay hindi pa nakasubscribe, kung kayo po ay may mga gustong video lesson or na pwede po natin gawin para po ma-explain po natin. So hopefully ay maintindihan nyo po ang ating explanation at wag po kayong hopefully po ay mag-subscribe. Ano? So thank you so much for listening. And good luck with your teaching interview. Ano? Your students are waiting for you in the Department of Education. Good luck, fellow teachers.